So, hello class. So, we're now in lesson 12, the distance formula. So, in this lesson, you're able to apply the distance formula to prove some geometric properties, okay? So, what is a distance? So, distance is a numerical measurement of how far apart object or point are. In physics or everyday usage, distance may refer to a physical length or an estimation based on other criteria. In most cases, distance from A to B is interchangeable with distance from B to A. So, pag sinabi natin distance, so simple as distance. From here to there. Parang ganun lang. Yung distance lang natin. O, diba? Alam nyo naman yon. And distance between 2 points. So, a distance between 2 points is always non-negative. Remember class, pag nagsasolve tayo ng distance, it is always positive. Nakakita na ba kayo ng distance na negative? Siyempre, automatic, mula dito hanggang dyan, parang humakbang ka, di ba? So, automatic, lagi tayong positive. Kaya laging positive ang ating sagot kapag kumukuha tayo ng distance, okay? Okay, so consider this number line. Ito yung number line natin sa baba. Ngayon, meron tayo dyan yung line dito sa taas. So, kunwari, hahanapin lang natin. Ano yung distance from A to C? For example lang, mula dito sa A hanggang sa C. Ilan yung distance niya? So, kunwari, gagamit tayo ng number line para makuhanan natin ng sukat. So, paano natin kukunin yan? So, kung makikita nyo, yung letter A, nasa tapat siya ng number 6. At yung letter C, nasa tapat siya ng 0. So, hahanapin natin yung from line segment A to C. Ilan yung distance niya from A to C? Siyempre, pwede natin gawin yan, bibilangin lang natin kung gusto nyo mas mabilisan. From dito hanggang doon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Automatic, syempre, that is 6. Pero kung medyo mahaba yan, pwede natin siyang isolve. So, paano siya isosolve? So, yung tapat ng A natin, that is negative 6. So, ganito siya. Negative 6 minus natin yung tapat ng letter C. Ano ba yung letter C natin? That is 0. So, magiging negative 6 minus 0. The answer is what? Negative 6. And remember, it's always absolute value. Naka-absolute value tayo. So, it's always positive. The distance is always positive. Ibig sabihin, our answer is 6. Okay? Another example. From naman, kunwari, from letter B to letter E. From line segment B to E. Yan, B to E. Siyempre, pwede natin ulit bilangin yan. From B, ito siya. Tapat siya ng negative 3. Yung E naman natin, tapat siya ng number 7. Pwede natin siyang bilangin. Dito ka. Mag-start ka dito sa 3, di ba? So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That is 10. Now, paano naman siya kung isosolve? So, sa letter B, ang katapat niya is negative 3. Then, yung letter E, ang katapat niya is positive 7. Negative 3 minus positive 7. The answer is, so, pag ganyan, di ba, ito mag-change ng sign. So, negative, negative. Ito magiging negative, tas then proceed to addition. So, our answer is, what? Negative 10. An absolute value, kaya magiging positive 10. Ganyan siya. Okay? Another example, isa na lang. From letter, for example, letter D to E. Letter D to E naman. Yan. Letter D to E. So, yung letter D to E natin, from letter D, ito siya, positive 3 and positive 7. So, bilangin lang natin. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 4. By solving, yung letter D natin, so tapat siya ng positive 3 minus positive 7. So, ang sagot natin is what? Negative what? Negative 4. Absolute value natin. So, the answer is positive 4. Ganyan lang siya. Okay? So, we also have our distance formula. So, our distance formula is D is equal to square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1, then squared, plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1, then squared. Okay? Ganun yung ating gagamitin na formula natin sa ating distance formula dun sa ating coordinate. Okay, so example natin. Paano ginagamit ang distance formula? So, how far is the point 6 6/8 from the origin. So, gaano daw kalayo? Itong 6/8 natin from the origin. So, yung 6/8 natin, ito siya yung coordinate natin. X, yung 6, then Y natin is 8. So, yan siya. 6, 8. Yan. So, ito yung point na yan. So, gaano daw kalayo from the origin, that is, yung nasa gitna natin, hanggang dun sa 6/8. So, paano i-solve yan? Using the distance formula. So, ito siya. Gaganito natin. So, meron tayo dito 6/8 and 0, 0. So, i-assign natin dyan. Alin dyan ang x sub 1 natin at x sub 2. So, kung itong x sub 1, ito dapat ang ating y sub 1. Then, ito ang ating x sub 2. Ito ang ating y sub 2. Okay lang naman magpalit yan. Kahit na ito yung gawin mong sub 2, ito yung gawin mong sub 1. Basta by pair dapat. Kung sub 1 yan, sub 1 din to. Sub 2, sub 2. Okay lang naman magpalit in case kung gusto mong ito yung sub 2, sub 2, ito yung sub 1, sub 1. Pwede yan, okay? So, paano natin isa-solve? Substitution lang. Isa-substitute lang natin. So, we have here the distance formula. Ito yung ating formula ng distance natin. So, yan, square. So, ano yung x sub 2 natin? Ang x sub 2 natin is 0 minus, what is x sub 1? 6. Yan. Then, put squared. Plus, yan, y sub 2 natin is 0 minus y sub 1 natin is 8. Then squared. Then solve. Isosolve muna natin yung nasa loob. 0 minus 6 is what? Negative 6 squared. Plus 0 minus 8 is negative 8 raised to 2. Then, square root ng negative 6, negative 6 squared is equal to 36 plus 8 squared, negative 8 squared is equal to 64. Then, 36 plus 64 is ilan? 100. Then, anong square root ng 100? Ang square root ng 100 is 10. Therefore, ang ibig sabihin, ang distance natin from the origin to point 68 is 10. Okay? Another example. So, gaano naman daw kalayo yung point A from point B? So, yung point A natin, that is 5, 1. Then, yung point B natin, negative 3, 8. So, ito yung ating Cartesian plane. So, i-plot muna natin. So, we have 5 to 1. So, ito siya. Yan, that is point A. At yung ating point B naman, that is negative 3 hanggang positive 8. So, positive 8. 7, 8 dito siya. Negative 3 hanggang 8. So, 7, 6, 7, 8. Yan. Let 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Ito pala yung 8. 6, 7, 8. Yan. 9 to 8. So, ito ang negative 3 natin. Papunta dun sa 8. Yan. This is letter B. So, gaano daw kalayo from point B to A or point A to B? Yan. Gaano kalayo yan? So, to solve using the distance formula, we have square root of yan. Distance is equal to x sub 2 minus x sub 1 squared plus y sub 2 minus y sub 1 squared. So, yun yung ating distance formula. So, i-assign na natin dito alin yung ating x sub 1 tsaka x sub 2. So, kunwari ito yung ating x sub 1, ito ang y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Okay? So, yan. So, paano natin siya isosolve? So, substitute lang natin. Anong ating x sub 2? That is negative 3. Minus, what is x sub 1? That is 5. Yan. Squared. Plus, what is y sub 2? 8. Ano yung ating y sub 1? That is 1 minus 1 squared. So, yan. Tapos, lagyan natin ng square root. Yan. Then, solve natin muna ito. So, negative 3 minus positive 5 to. Diba? Positive 5 yan. The answer is what? Negative what? Negative 8. Yan. Squared. Plus 8 minus positive 1. Ang sagot natin is what? Positive 7 squared. Yan, yung square root. Then, Negative 8 squared, ang sagot natin is 64. And 7 squared is equal to 49. Then square. Yan. 64 plus 49, ang sagot natin is 113. Then, anong square root ng 113? I-calculator na lang natin. Gumamit kayo ng calculator. Ang sagot natin is 10.63. Type mo dyan. Square root of 113 is equal to 10.63. 2 digit lang ang kukunin natin, na? So, the distance from A to B is equal to 10.64. Okay. Another example. Find the radius of a circle with the diameter whose endpoint are negative 7, 1, and 1, 3. So, tandaan natin that the radius is half of the diameter. So, kung given daw diameter natin yung endpoint natin, so i-visualize natin, ito yung ating coordinate plane natin. So, negative 7, 1. So, negative 7, 1. Ito yung isang point. Then, the other point is 1 at saka 3. 1, then pupunta ng positive 3. Ito siya. So, kapag binilog mo yan, ganyan siya. Oops, kunwari lang. Kunwari bilog yan. No? Kunwari na lang bilog. Yan. So, yan. Diameter daw yan. Okay? Di ba ang ganda ng diameter ko? Kunwari lang diameter daw yan. Yan ang ating diameter. Ngayon, syempre, para makuha natin, nyari, ito yung center. Para makuha natin, ito yung from center to the end, that is the radius. So, hindi naman natin kung alam kung ano ang center. So, to solve for that, we can use the distance formula. Okay? Paano natin hahanapin yung paano natin hahanapin yung ating radius? Gagamitin natin ng distance formula natin. So, kunin muna natin yung distance from this point to this point. Then, i-half natin into 2 para makuha natin ang ating radius. So, ganito siya. So, yan. Find the length of the diameter with endpoint 7, negative 1. So, yan ang ating formula. So, again, mag-a-assign tayo ng value. So, ito yung gagamitin natin ng, ito yung x sub 1, y sub 1, x sub 2, y sub 2. Substitute natin. Yan. So, yung ating x sub 2 is 1, minus, what is x sub 1 natin is negative 7, then squared, plus yung ating y sub 2 is 3. Then yung ating y sub 1 is 1. Yan, substitute. Then 1 minus negative 7, ang sagot natin is positive 8. Then 3 minus 1, ang sagot natin is positive 2. Square root ng 8 is 64. Square root ng 2 is 4. Then 64 plus 4 is 68. Then square root ng 68 is, yan, 2 po up, pwede siyang i-lowest term, i-simplify lang siya. 2 square root of 17, or you can simply use calculator na lang para hindi kayo mahirapan. Square root of 68 is equal to 8.24. Round off natin. So, 25. 8.25. So, same lang yan kapag yung 2 square root of 17. Pareho lang yan. No? Okay? Therefore, kung 8.25 ang ating diameter, ano ang ating radius? So, our radius is equal to divided by 2 lang natin. 8.25 divided by 2, the answer is 4.125. Ito ang ating radius. Na? Okay, we also have the midpoint formula. If L is x sub 1 and y sub 2 and N is x sub 2 and y sub 2 are the endpoint of the segment and M is the midpoint, then the coordinate of M is equal to x sub 1 plus x sub 2 over 2 and y sub 1 plus y sub 2 over 2. This is also referred to as the midpoint formula. So dito, hinahanap mo kung ano yung gitna. Ano yung dun sa coordinate mismo, dun sa mismong point natin. Na? Example, sabi niya, find the center of a circle whose diameter has endpoint are negative 1 and negative 5 and 5 negative 1. So, tingnan natin. Since the center of the circle is just the midpoint of the diameter, this problem is simply reduced to solving the midpoint of the line segment with endpoint negative 1 and negative 5 and 5 and negative 1. So, ito siya. So, hahanapin mo daw, asan yung center, asan yung gitna? Asan yung gitna daw niyan? find the center. So, kung meron tayong bilog niyan, kung meron kang bilog niyan, o, di ba? Hahanapin mo kung ano yung nasa gitna. Ano yung gitna niya. Okay? To solve for that, you will use the midpoint formula. So, ito yung ating midpoint formula. X sub 1 plus X sub 2 over 2 and Y sub 1 plus Y sub 2 over 2. So, solve for that. So, mag-a-assign ka ulit ng value. So, kung ito yung X sub 1, ito yung Y sub 1, ito yung X sub 2, ito yung Y sub 2. So, substitute na natin. So, ano yung X sub 1 natin? Negative 1. Ano yung X sub 2 natin? Positive 5. Then, ano yung ating Y sub 1? Negative 5. Ano yung Y sub 2? That is negative 1. So, solve natin. Negative 1 plus 5 is equal to positive 4. Okay, over 2. May 2 pa siya, ha? Then, negative 5 plus negative 1, the answer is negative 6 over 2. Kasama yan sa formula yung over 2. Then, 4 over 2 is 2. Negative 6 over 2 is negative 3. Therefore, the center is 2, negative 3. Ganito siya, ganyan. Ito yung ano niya, visualization niya. So, ito yung 0.5, negative 1, tapos ito yung negative 1, tsaka negative 5. Hahanapin mo daw yung center. So, ang center niya is 2, negative 3. Another example sa midpoint natin. So, para natin kukunin ang ating midpoint. So, mag-i-assign ulit natin to. Ito yung ating X sub 1, Y sub 1, X sub 2, and Y sub 2. So, to solve for that, yung X natin, maging X sub 2 plus X sub 1 over 2. At yung ating Y naman is Y sub 2 plus Y sub 1 over 2. Substitute. Ano yung ating X sub 2? Negative 5 plus X sub 1 natin is positive 3 over 2. Then yung ating Y sub 2 is 0 plus, ano yung ating Y sub 1 is 4 over 2. So, negative 5 plus 3, ang sagot natin is negative 2 over 2. And 0 plus 4 is 4 over 2. The negative 2 over 2 is equal to negative 1. And 4 over 2 is positive 2. Therefore, yung ating coordinate o yung midpoint niya from 3, 4 and negative 5, 0, ang midpoint niya is negative 1 and 2. Okay? So, we're now done in lesson 12. So, I hope you learned a lot today. So, it's your time to do activity 12.1, which is hahanapin mo yung distance from certain point to another point. Then, 12.2, hahanapin mo ulit yung distance, okay, given the coordinates. And 12.3, hahanapin mo naman ang ating midpoint, okay? Remember, don't forget to write your complete solution, okay? Thank you. Goodbye. God bless.